Hello. We're going to jump into Acts 17 today. We're only going to do the first half of it. We're going to go to Thesanolica and Berea, and tomorrow we'll go to Athens. Remember, Paul and Barnabas split. Paul is traveling around with Silas and a group of believers. They go through a couple towns, one named Amphipolis and one named Apollonia, and they went to Thesanolica. They sought out the synagogue, as was the custom. Paul went and reasoned with them on 3 Sabbath days, using the scriptures, explaining and proving that the Messiah had to suffer and rise from the dead. He says, "This Jesus I'm proclaiming to you is the Messiah." Some of the Jews were persuaded by this, while others were pretty perturbed to the point where they formed a mob. They rushed to this guy's house named Jason. They were searching for Paul and Silas there, were demanding that Jason would bring them out to the crowd. They did not find him, so they grabbed Jason and some of the other believers, dragged them in front of the city officials, yelling, "These men who have caused trouble all over the world have now come here, and Jason has welcomed them into his house. They are all defying Caesar's decrees, saying that there is another king, one called Jesus." When they heard this, the crowd and the city officials were thrown into turmoil. Then they made Jason and the others post bond, and they let them go. As soon as night fell, the believers sent Paul and Silas out. They sent them to Berea. When they got there, they went to the Jewish synagogue, as per the custom. Now the Berean Jews were of more noble character than those in Thessalonica, for they received the message with great eagerness and examined the scriptures every day to see what Paul said was true. As a result, many of them believed, as did also a number of prominent Greek women and Greek men. The Thessalonican Jews heard that Paul had made his way over to Berea and was preaching there. They didn't like that very much. They went over to Berea and they started agitating the crowds. When this happened, the believers immediately sent Paul to the coast. Silas and Timothy stayed in Berea, and we'll close with this last verse 15. Those who escorted Paul brought him to Athens and then left with instructions for Silas and Timothy to join him as soon as they could. We'll pick up chapter 17 at verse 16 in Athens tomorrow. I tried to get this up for you guys yesterday. I did the whole chapter in one video. It was way too long, and I needed to do this justice. I hope you like my little art piece here. We've got the cross that the sacrifice was made. We got 5 red roses here, 5 red roses here, a pile of dirt, a little orange flower. At the foot, we got a purple rose, and way off here on the wander, we got a blue one. I wonder if you guys can put together what I made there. I hope you find a way to praise the Lord today. Share God's love. Remember to ask yourself, gang, what are you doing with your salvation?